Hi everyone, I'm Gandhi Matthew and this is InvestedWeAre. Today, I'd like to take the discussion to quarantine. So what are some ways that we can find success in self-isolation? One of the things that I use are habits. So let's take a look at that. So what is a habit? A habit is basically a set of actions or a state of mind that is repeated regularly, that is then done with little to no mental effort. This makes it possible for us to go through the day without using large amounts of mental effort. They make our lives what they are, for good or for bad. So with such a powerful tool at our disposal, I think it would be a pity to not use it to find success in isolation. But what are some ways that we can start using habits right now? Well, you don't even have to look because I'll be giving you 3 that I use daily that you can start doing right now. Let's begin. So let's hit your mornings. Maybe you had another Netflix binge session. You have no idea who or what you are or what the day even has in store for you. Let's fix that a little bit. A better alternative to that is to develop an early morning, consistent wake-up routine. As simple as one less Netflix episode and waking up around the same time every day will do wonders for your energy and your clarity and give you more time to plan out your day ahead so you can get in that one extra Netflix episode. So come on, do you really need a binge session every single night? Another key thing about mornings is that they start the tone of your day. So if your first real actions are positive, you're probably off to a good start. So let's leave the phone down for just a bit, stay out of people's lives for just a second, and focus more on ourselves. Personally, I couldn't even wake up before 10 in the morning every day. So one of the things that I started doing was setting my alarm time back just a couple of minutes every day. That gave my body and my mind a chance to adjust. And over time, it became easier for me to wake up earlier. Now, I wake up at 5:30 every day, no alarm needed. Even not using my phone after waking up became easier when after waking up, I started focusing on myself. I would clean my room a little bit or just be generally grateful that I was able to wake up in the first place. Now my mornings are a combination of that gratitude and positivity, so I start off my day feeling really good. So let's move on to another habit that I use daily. Would you believe me if I told you that your effectiveness at life isn't what it could be? That days pass and we have no way to prove that it happened, that the future comes along and we have no idea what we're doing or how we even got there. Our days are filled of hidden gems of knowledge and insight, and the most impactful ones are usually the most recent ones to us. So how do we unlock that part of our own treasure? Hard to imagine that all of this can come from a simple activity like journaling. Journaling helps to improve the connection between your values, your goals, and your emotions. By writing down what you believe, why you believe it, how you feel, and what your goals are, you better understand your relationship with these things. Why? Because you have to start sorting through the mental clutter and provide details on why you do what you do and why you feel what you feel. With the mental clutter packed away, you can start focusing on problem solving rather than problem storing. With life happening so fast, journaling allows you to see step-by-step progress that you've made and how you've changed over time. So you can see where you took a misstep and fell and where you can fix and do things right. Honestly, you don't have to have an exact idea what you want to write down. Personally, I just scribbled down anything that came to my mind when I started. But eventually, I started using it to track my fitness progress. I used it to note down my weight, then eventually the foods that I ate, the recipes that I liked, and it really helped me to see my overall progress as I went by. Later, I expanded it onto my financial investing. I use it in my forex trading. I use it to note down my wins, and I also use it to note down my losing trades so I can see why I lost and how I can fix it next time. This way, I'm able to see more profitable, consistent wins. Journaling really makes your goals feel materialistic. And when they feel materialistic, they feel reachable. So we've already gone over 2 habits that you can already start doing. Let's make it a bit more mental now. We'll move on to working backwards. So now you're probably already thinking, what is working backwards? Well, it'll make sense in just a second. First, you start off by visualizing a goal. Your goal. Go huge, go grand. Now, take all the things you need to get to that goal, whether it be skills, connection, money, people, networking. You just group all of those things together. Then you take each one and you work back on them. So what do I need to get this? How do I get this? What skills do I need to get this? What people do I need to get this? What should I be doing every day to get this thing? From there, you take those and you work backwards on them. Now, you do this until you get to where you are right now. Basically, you can start doing this very generally, so it keeps it really simple, and then eventually you can scale it up to be more detailed and more complex. But so far, I'm making sense, right? Now, you've given yourself an idea on how to go forward towards your goals by working backwards. This kind of mental repetition helps to lessen the burden and anxiety on your mind of, what should I do next, or where do I go from here? You're shedding light on your own path. This is one of the major mental techniques that I use when setting up my own goals, like in fitness. My fitness goals are actually much grander. I don't want to compete or go into modeling later. So I have to ask myself, how do I get there? What do I do? So I started looking and working on my diet, the recipes that I know, and learning how to cook them. That took me back into managing money, because you need money to actually buy the foods for the groceries, right? That took me into financial investing, because we need to know how to make the most of our money so we can make the most of the other things. So you can kind of see how everything keeps playing back and back and back and back, setting up a clearer path for you, right? It's making much more sense. Try to take just a little bit of your time from your day to try it generally. Just think of a grand goal and work back on that. Building good habits aren't always very easy, but understanding your why for doing it and the rewards associated with making your own good habits makes it much easier. Let yourself take small steps, and eventually they will compound into more impactful action. I'll leave all of you with a quote from a famous philosopher, Aristotle, actually one of my favorites. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. I hope you actually take the time to let that sink in and think about what that means to you. So that was 3 habits that I do that you can also start during your self-isolation. I'd just like everyone to bounce down in the comment section below and tell me, what are habits you want to start working on during this quarantine? If you liked the video, I hope that you'll hit the subscribe button. This was Invested We Are, because we are invested in ourselves.